Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. Today is Wednesday, June 11th. Sorry for the late video, but my daughter had a softball game today, or tonight I should say. We got home, and this is going to be take number 2 of this video because I thought I was recording. Talked for about 17 minutes and realized that the record button was not on. But with that being said, even though that was a small mistake on my part, trades this week have been fantastic. So I will go in over the results of my signals and how the weekly bands have been performing, the tradable levels, and the new tradable levels that we'll be adding to the charts here shortly, right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. All right, so let's start off with the ES. Came out with a video on Sunday, obviously with the new weekly levels and the new tradable levels. Unfortunately, none of the tradable levels that I gave you guys on Sunday has actually been touched yet by the market. And if you remember, I did have a band pretty much sitting right here, adjusted it down to this new kind of layer of defense or reaction point that we should see at the 59.66 down to the 59.28. So the price action pretty much the last day and a half, maybe 2 days, it's pretty much just stayed in this range right here. But still some really good opportunities for some trades, even in this pocket right here that we see. So as I stated, we've got a band below us from the 59.66 down to the 59.28. We do have a tradable level here at the 59.36. We have another tradable level at the 58.64, obviously below where price action currently sits. And another band from the 58.44 down to the 58.06 with a tradable level of 58.26 sitting right in between this band. These two are pretty damn strong, as you will find out. And a new tradable level above where price action currently sits. Let me just get this. And that one's going to be 60.43. So mark that up on your charts. Above us, we've got this band here from the 61.54 up to the 61.94. We definitely have some room to get up to that on lighter volume up here. So we could see a swift move or we could see a pretty slow grind to the upside there. So hopefully you guys already have marked these off. Let's go into the NQ where today, they've been talking about this band up here, if you guys remember from the video on Saturday, that sits at 22,162 all the way up to 22,232. And I actually thought we were going to make a march up to there, but market kind of reversed and has really been just chilling out in this band between the 21,864 and the 21,802. We do have a tradable level below us at the 21,680. Definitely mark this off on your chart. And then we've got a pretty strong band down here at the 21,554 down to the 21,469 with a tradable level right in between the band at 21,532. Pretty damn strong level right here. And I will also give you a new tradable level that sits above where price action currently is at. And that one is 21,986. And we got to make this white. There you go. All right, so that's another tradable level, 21,986, above where price action currently is at. So on the ES and the NQ, we've got price action pretty much surrounded with our levels, so we should see one of these get tapped into and kind of see what type of reaction we get to them. As far as my trades this week, they have just been pretty damn fantastic. Let me scroll up here until Monday. Yeah, here we go. So Monday started off with a nice trade on the NQ. Took a long at the 21.815. Smashed our take profit 1 and take profit 2. Very little drawdown, which is exactly what I'm looking for. And again, I don't talk so much about the actual signals, but the signals for a lot of people that are interested in them, there's generally about 2 to 4 hours. These signals, I post these signals in my Discord prior to the entry. So there is some time there, obviously, to that gives you guys time for some entry. Now, in 2 to 4 hours is, I would say, the average, but sometimes price action just continues on an uptrend, and we might not get to that level for a day or two. But, you know, today we had one where we had a pretty strong move to the downside. I think it was pretty early in the morning, and posted a signal, and that was only 5 or 10 minutes before the actual signal. But that's a rarity. Majority of the time, there is a pretty damn strong or pretty good lead time before our entry gets hit. Again, on Monday, had a really nice, this is a new, I call them super signals. So typically my normal signals are just scalps, usually on the NQ, anywhere from, I would say, 10 to 22 points. And on the ES, I would say the average is about 4 to 8 points is, you know, the scalps that I'm looking for. The new super signals, obviously you guys have been seeing how I create these bands that usually have really good reactions to. Well, what I've been able to do with the super signals is just bring it down to, like, let's say, like the 1 to 4 hour time frame. And we see those pretty often. And well, here was the first one that I had given out to the group, and it was a long from the 21.820, full take profit, very little drawdown, which again is very nice. This is not always going to be expected because these are not sniper entries like how my regular signals are. There's a little bit more room on these trades. This one went for 46 points on the NQ, which was a fantastic day. So Monday was great. Yesterday we had a short on the ES at the 60.29. Took take profit 1 and take profit 2. So take profit 2 was down to 60.16, which again, pretty big trade. Very nice, very nicely done there. And here is another one. This was yesterday. And this was a short on the NQ at the 21.923. Hit take profit 1 and take profit 2. Beautiful trade. And then today, this was the first trade of the day. So I was red on the first trade, took a loser on here, and it was a tough one because I was looking for a long on the NQ at the 21.967. This thing went straight to about 33 points of profit. We were probably about 12 points away from full take profit on this. And then we got this huge rejection candle and swept, I think it was a prior low down here, and went right back up into where my take profit was at. So that one kind of stung because I hate seeing red, especially in the early part of the morning. But I knew that, you know, setups come and go. These are all positive risk to reward. So it's just kind of a numbers game. And I knew that we would get another setup, and we did. But this one, the next one, this one came shortly right after this trade that that I took the loss on. Called out a short on the ES at the 60.52. And we were able to take profit 1 and take profit 2 on that trade. So that one right there kind of brought me back to right around, like, I would say, like my halfway point on my loss. because I take the super signals, taking that with 5 micros, and my regular signals I take with 1E mini. But this one was just such a bigger trade, 46 points on the NQ. So I was keep looking for setups, and final trade of the day, another super signal at the 21,856. Took full take profit, a little bit more drawdown, which again is expected on these trades. They're not super sniper trades like my scalps, but that was good for, I want to say that was 40 points that I took on that one. Yeah, 40-point winner on that one. So that got me really nicely into the green. This, like I said, this week's been fantastic. So I can't, no complaints there whatsoever. And I kind of already described to you guys what the signal service is kind of all about. Don't really like talking too much about that, but if you're interested in learning how I come up with these trades each and every morning, there's a video in the description below that shows you how I map out my levels each and every morning on the 5 and the 15-minute time frame. There's a second video that I created for that supplements that video with the volume profile, which is this beautiful looking thing on the left-hand side of the screen. I honestly, it's the greatest thing. It's possibly the greatest thing that I have ever seen for trading. And I am just very grateful that I have really learned the crap out of this. And it just doesn't fail me. It doesn't fail me every single day. And it's very nice to have something that's extremely consistent in trading. So do whatever you can to learn this extremely well, and it will help your trading out dramatically. My Discord is free. There, if you start to learn how I create my levels, how I use volume profile, there's a few other resources in here. I map every single day. I map out my levels for the NQ. Sorry, I think I didn't post on Monday. Did not post them. I just had a crazy morning that morning, but every single day the ES and the NQ are posted here. So if you learn how to trade the levels, it's a great reference point for you to kind of come in and see, and to see how I map my levels, and that way you can kind of have a reference point to see if they're starting to match up. And if you're looking for different types of trade setups, you guys know that I was and still am a very big mechanical type of trader. I still trade my oil, I trade my gold, I trade the 15-minute Rob reversal, which are strictly mechanical strategies. They're pretty easy to learn. They're all in here that you can learn them. I've got a stats page in here that, let's see, performance stats. So each and every month I post the stats of all of my mechanical strategies that I have put out there, which is again oil, gold, and the 15-minute Rob reversal. That I have stats that go back until about, I think it was like the end of 2023, and post those on a weekly level and on a weekly basis. And then at the end of the month, I put in a review. If we win, we lose, doesn't matter. Here, February, that's the strategies took a loss on the oil and gold. You'll see winners, you'll see losers. It's, again, since it's mechanical, it's very easy to backtest. It's very easy to see what the stats are. And then each and every month, I post my stats on my signals. Started that, I think it was like the last week of February, I think on the 18th. So I put in each and every single signal, the result, and the day that we took the trade, what the win rate was. So this is February. Go into March. These were all of the signals for March. We go into April. These were all of the ones for April. And you can see again the date that we took of the signal and the result, win or lose. And May is right here. So they're all in there. I think my Discord is a pretty good resource for traders. And again, if you're looking to learn some of these strategies, they're all in here. So with that being said, I want to wish everybody a great rest of the trading week here Thursday and Friday, and look out for my video this weekend. Happy trading, everyone.